have what? Oh, well, hell yeah, more beer.
Oh, I thought we were having cookies.
That's later. We can have that. We can dunk that in the beer, right?
I got a couple cookies probably go well.
Yeah. If you don't know, Johnny's other talent besides drinking beer and being a stunt drinker is baking gigantic, massive quantities of cookies, which he buys 25-pound sacks of sugar and flour. So the revenuers are probably going to come over here in Virginia and think he's making some shine. Anyways, what beer do we have today? We've got Heavy Seas or Clipper City Brewing. We've got their Yule Tide. Now this is the 2011 version. This beer is no longer made. It's been replaced by a Yule Tide. Exactly. A Yule Tide that's aged, it's a red ale aged in rum barrels. This particular beer is a triple, and it's not available anymore.
I think we should save it then for next year or 2 years from now.
Well, I got another bottle because, you know, my hoarding ass has plenty. So this is 10% ABV and 18 IBUs. Now this is, I guess, a play on a Belgian Triple because it's made here. So I'm going to crack this open in
style.
Belgian style, yeah. So you talk now, son.
Okay, so let's see. Like we said, it's Belgian Triple, Baltimore, Maryland, USA. 10% ABV, IBUs 18. So we got 2 hops, 4 malts, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Aren't we festive?
And we got some Belgian candied sugar, and the yeast is Trappist. I don't know if you said any of that because I wasn't really paying attention.
Oh, the dog is choking back there. That's great.
Probably on the turkey.
You're not supposed to give him the bones. All right.
Alrighty.
Here we go. Okay, now we had this last at our Christmas and summer party almost 2 years ago now, and I remember liking the beer. I don't remember what it tastes like because I was too drunk to remember what it tastes like.
Guess what? We had pictures and video.
We have pictures and video, and we liked it a lot because we were sloppily dripping all over the place. So
you more so than me that night.
Yeah, I was the stunt drinker that night.
Yes, you were.
Johnny didn't like those royal change, did you? Okay.
Yeah, pickle elf, mad elf, bottled up Santa, whatever.
So we got a nice, like a clear amber color, a lot of orangey yellow tinges coming through, plenty of glass lacing, lots of alcohol legs. Like I said, this is a 10%er. It's been in the bottle a couple years. I don't remember a lot of like head when we poured this, but I don't remember much from that night, so that's not saying much.
You take a nap.
Man, nice. A lot of sweetness, kind of grapey sort of aromas.
Young grape, grape skin type thing.
I get a bit of spiciness from the yeast.
Smell the yeasty.
Bit of like yeast, like bready yeast, sort of.
Yeah. Sourdough.
I don't think Philippe's getting much.
Very sweet.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty sweet. I remember this being a sweet beer.
Syrup, yeah.
Well, time to dive in. Pros, Santé, Solange, and what else? Oh yeah, Ganbei.
Drink up.
Oh yeah, that's right. It is sweet.
It's thin.
It's thin, but it is sort of coating, even though it's thin. There's a lot of sweetness in there. It tastes like almost
A Moscato.
Sweet and grapey.
I mean, it has it right at the front, the Moscato, and then it just kind of filters off into tanginess or something. Not something.
I get an aftertaste of sort of like candy sugar, that like caramel kind of candy sugar that's in it.
Yeah, an aftertaste of candied sugar and Baltimore City water.
That's right. Hey, Baltimore's got some good water, hon.
Which it does.
Of course, where they are, I don't know. Up there in Halethorpe.
It may be the residual from our washing of the glasses.
I don't remember it tasting like this. Do you?
No.
Well,
I don't
remember what it tasted like.
Let's go back to the videotape.
We'll have to watch it. You know what? In those days, I don't think we were filming ourselves. We were just getting totally trashed.
That's straight.
And at the end of the video, we would tell them what all the beers.
Number one. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, those were the days.
Philippe's silent. He's taking it all in. I can hear the description coming now.
Yeah, actually, it looks like a decent white wine.
Yeah.
A bit smoky.
Yep. I'm sure they're using some caramel malt in here, maybe. I don't think there's any smoked malt, but it does have that kind of like residual taste to it. But 2 years in the bottle.
I mean, it's sweet. It's. I don't know.
It's a hard beer to describe because it doesn't fit into like that typical triple taste. It has a lot more wine characteristics. The hop is totally faded at this point, and the sweetness isn't parried off by that hop now, but it's parried off kind of like by like a tannic grape skin kind of bitterness as opposed to hops. And the caramel aftertaste is pleasant. I'm glad I'm splitting this bottle. I couldn't drink 22 ounces of this, straight. That would be too much for one person. But being that we just consumed a large quantity of food, well, yeah, I could. But
I could.
You could. We know you could. You have. You've drank my beers before.
Yes, I have.
If it was his night, Philippe, my beer and your beer would be gone at this point. if Johnny was in full stunt drinker mode, but he's being kind to us tonight, right?
I have to open presents tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. He wants to be available for the presents. I got it.
I mean, it's something that almost cherry, slight bit of cherry, slight. I'm trying to grab another fruit, but
I would say the skin of an orange, the bitterness, the orange skin.
Yeah, like that citric bitterness.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what fruit did I say? Cherry.
Cherry. But it's not like citric in a hop way. It's like straight orange peel.
Yeah.
Like citrus in the hop way is more bright.
That's a Belgian.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm finishing the glass off pretty good. That said, even though I'm sitting here kind of complaining, but I think it's solid beer. I think the 2 years has definitely changed it. I can taste there's been some change because it's kind of has that dead hop taste into it.
I don't think it's changed it for the better. How about that? For me, this to me is kind of gone away from the triple and more. Yeah, it's lost. I think a lot more than what it would gain aging it.
I think what happened with this one is it was always a sweet triple, and the age made it more sweet as the hop died away and all that.
Yeah, but the orange peel taste, and I'm getting that now, is kind of sticking to my tongue and the roof of my mouth, and you still get this. To me, I get like that cherry sweetness a little bit with a little bit of like apricot or something like a peach and the peach apricot filling in there, but
it's probably all part and parcel to the yeast and the time that the yeast has had in the bottle. So this is a tough beer to grade, I think, because it's got a lot of complexities to it, and I haven't really settled out how much I like it and how much I don't. But
it's a tough one.
I can tell you this: rate beer when this is fresh. Of course, they don't make this beer fresh anymore, so too bad for you. You can't try it.
86.
They give it 86. Beer Advocates gives it an 83.
So they're relatively close. I wonder what happened for them to be that close.
Somebody must have been smoking some drugs or something. But we'll let you start out, Philippe. What do you think?
Actually, I like it. I like this kind of spoiled grape taste you can have at first. I do agree with John about bitterness that's staying in your mouth pretty long. That could, if you have to eat something with it, it may change your taste, because it's pretty present in your mouth.
Yeah, this may hold up to a dessert pretty good or something.
Yeah.
So what do you think you give it for a grade?
I like an average grade, 85. 85? Yeah.
That sounds like a fair grade, Johnny.
I'd go with the same. I was thinking right in that ballpark as well. It's something I could drink again.
And, probably will.
Again, but it's not. It wouldn't have been. I probably would have preferred it fresh again. Obviously, we can't, but it'll be interesting. Let's give it a little bit more time, another year or two, to see what it.
Yeah, because I'll probably forget it's in my cellar, but
it's just it's just a different, the aging of this triple, I don't think it has done it well, but it hasn't really done it bad either. So that's why the B right there is.
These cellar beers are, I think, tougher in some ways tougher in some ways. The dog's like dead on the floor.
Both of them.
Tougher in some ways to grade because they change so much, and you got to really dig through the complexities that time has created. I think I'm going to go with like an 84 on this. It's a B beer. I think that's what we're giving it pretty much all the way around. It's really good. It's to more like Philippe said, it's like a dessert beer. It's now that's what it's changed into, and I just remember for some reason this being really sweet now. Like I said, that night we consumed much booze, so I remember sweetness. That's the only thing that my beer memory tells me.
So I remember that August.
that was a really hot summer too, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
I distinctly remember pissing off the deck though.
Yes, I do.
Anyways, good times. So now that we've given you this grade of this fine beer that you can't drink because they don't make it anymore, because we're bastards like that. It's kind of like a striptease, isn't it, guys? You can see it, but no, you can't drink it.
Somebody might be able to trade for it.
That's right. We got another bottle of this. If you want to trade something pretty awesome for it, we can do that. This is unaccessible beer.
Something that's not made anymore by another brewery that is like a B beer.
That's right. So.
No rail bender.
No rail bender. No rail bender bad. That's a really nasty drain pour beer. Anyways.
Why do we always talk about Paul in some way?
He's burned his memory on our brain.
And he's blinded my eyes.
That's right. And while his eyes are blind, what Johnny's going to be doing, he's going to be thinking globally, and he's going to be drinking locally.
And eating a lot of cookies upstairs.
That's right. And when you do that, you're supporting the craft beer movement somehow. I don't know, because brewers like cookies, right?
I don't know.
So
they like beer.
So to the next DJs BrewTube, I'm DJ.
I'm thinking Johnny.
I'm Philippe.
And until then, that's a big peace out.